President Nicolas Maduro and his wife have been extracted from the South American country and are on their way to the U.S. after being indicted for drug trafficking and narco-terrorism. Joining us live to go deeper, retired U.S. Army Major General Randy Manner, who was once a top official in the National Guard. Thanks for being with us this afternoon, General.
Thank you as well.
Absolutely. We woke up to a number of surprises this morning. The U.S. attack, Maduro and his wife in U.S. custody, and now word of a possible regime change. What were your thoughts when you first heard about this?
The first thing that we should all be concerned about are the lives of those very brave young men and women in uniform, and of course their families where they are not with them over the holidays. That's the number one thing, especially whenever this is something that has so many potential illegal aspects to it. It's one thing to be able to defend the United States, and at the second time, and on the other hand, to be able to attack a nation's sovereignty and to, quite frankly, seize their president and their spouse. This opens so many questions for China, Iran, and other nations that might want to do similar actions across the globe. It's very disconcerting.
Now, from a military perspective, strictly, it seems to have been an operational success. Does this potentially set the stage for other actions without congressional approval?
I think this administration has proven that it acts without congressional approval on almost everything. And so do I believe that the military will be used for other things in the same way that it attacked Iran, Syria, Nigeria, now Venezuela, and even putting troops into American cities? Of course, I believe that more actions could follow.
And what are the effects of potential risk in the region, either positive or negative?
This absolutely increases the risk and stabilization of Venezuela. It also increases the risk to neighboring countries, and it also opens up United States interests to potential other threats of retaliation from countries who are very concerned about their own sovereignty being attacked or, attacked. That's the best way to put it.
Got it. And with the indictment coming from New York, there's still a long road between nabbing an alleged criminal and then taking over the country, even in the interim. Back in 1990, the U.S. invaded Panama, forced the surrender of Manuel Noriega on similar charges. Do you see similarities here?
Yes, and it's rather interesting that it happens to be the exact same day that this was done all those years ago on January 3rd. So that's just a coincidence, I'm sure, but it is rather poetic. I am very concerned, again, that on one side, this administration has already the president has pardoned convicted drug dealers that have been dealing with billions of dollars of drugs. And here, yet on this particular case, he is attacking one. Please understand, I fully support the attacking all those individuals that can bring us harm through use of drugs and so on. At the same time, it should be done with the rule of law, not by military action.
You mentioned convicted individuals, where I assume you're referring to the previous Honduran president, who
Yes.
was convicted of a large sum of drugs, money,
Right.
here in the U.S.,
Yes.
which is the exact same thing that is going on here. One is pardoned, the other is brought into U.S. custody. How do we match those two?
It's very disturbing. It is a political question that Congress should be asking and voters should be asking as well, that one person is a significant Trump supporter and the other is not. I'm not saying that's the cause, but there's so much more behind all of this that it does question. It basically begs the question and debate in Congress and, quite frankly, among the American people, what is right and what is the rule of law? It's very disconcerting.
And in general, oil has become a big thing today. The president mentioned it. He said, we're going to take over, we're going to get the oil flowing again, and we're going to sell it to other countries. That raises questions that were never in play before, yes?
It opens so many doors of potential legality. And again, I'm not an attorney, so I cannot address all of those issues. It does basically sound like a bully on the international stage. And all of these claims of we're going to run Venezuela, I think we should be talking about reducing the cost of food and of medical care in the United States, not trying to run another country at this time.
General, again, that's Randy Manner. Thank you for your service and also appreciate your ongoing support of the military.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for having me.
Absolutely. It is 419.